Rhino here. It's been a while, but it's really good to be back. Today I have for you a complete overkill build list. This is by no means something that I would even recommend that you buy. It's purely a showcase of how powerful and expensive hardware today is. So let's waste no time and get right into it. Let's start off with the Intel Core i7-5960X. It's a 3 GHz 8-core processor. This is one of Intel's extreme series of CPUs. I'm honestly not sure what anyone would use this kind of CPU for. Sure, there's graphics rendering, but the market is moving further towards graphics cards for graphics rendering, for example the Titan X. Anyway, this list is supposed to be overkill, and I think that this CPU completely fits that title. Keep in mind that this CPU is a freakish $999. Going with the theme of extreme, I chose the Asus Rampage 5 Extreme. This is an X99 based motherboard and supports all LGA 2011-3 processors. This Republic of Gaming motherboard is geared towards overclocking. It also supports up to 64 GB of DDR4 memory. This motherboard comes into a steep $469. As for memory, I'm a big fan of Corsair's Dominator memory. We went overkill with this though, and got 32 gigs of Corsair Dominator Platinum. The speed of this memory clocks in at DDR4 2666 MHz. All that totals up to $489. Storage is always a tricky subject for me, but today I knew we would want plenty of space. I went with a tag team of 2 Samsung 840 EVOs with 250 GB and 2 C8 Barracudas with 3 TB. Altogether reaching a total of 6.5 TB. Altogether, that storage would cost a total of about $418. Now, for as I say, the crown jewels of any PC, it's time to talk about the graphics cards. The EVGA GeForce GTX 980 Ti is overkill. That's why we chose 2 for a dual SLI solution. These cards each have 6 GB of VRAM for a total of 12 GB. By themselves, these cards are 4K monsters. Together, you'll be maxing out games at 4K with good FPS. Together, these cards bring up a price of about $1,300, more than 25% of the budget. I chose something special for the case. The BitPhoenix Pandora is probably the best looking case that I can think of for the money. This case is spacious and should leave plenty of room for a custom water cooling lip. Last, but definitely not least, I chose the Corsair AX1200i 1200 watt 80 plus platinum certified power supply. This PSU is fully modular, so it should be great for cable management. Now for the last and possibly most interesting part of this build, I chose a custom water cooling loop from OVERKIll. The Nexus Cool Answer. This kit has everything you needed for a water cooling loop and only comes in at about $260. I'm not going to pretend that I'm an expert at custom water cooling. If you guys could help me out with it a little, feel free to leave a comment. Even though this build isn't necessarily meant for gaming, it would still be a beast in games. You would be destroying games at 1080p, 1440p, even most games at 4K single monitor. I would not try this build against triple monitor 4K though. Even 3 Titan X cards are stuttery against something as extreme as 12K. Well, that is the end of this ultimate build list. Man, that build, it definitely lives up to the title of ultimate. If you guys have any suggestions or comments, good or bad, just go ahead and leave them down below. I love to hear from you guys. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.